We are all welcome. Good evening. Good evening, depending on which side of the globe you find yourself. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's that time of the month, and we are back to have our global leadership talk show. And on this show, we try to groom leaders from various sectors, corporate leaders, homes, churches, governments, and all. Because for every project or every business or anything to be successful, we believe it comes from leadership. If you have the correct leadership, everything goes very well. So this group called Global Leadership Group have put that on themselves to always once in a month look for creme de la creme guest speakers, very experienced ladies and gentlemen in their own field to come and share with us knowledge, experience, and all that so that we'll be able to build capacities of our leaders. So, without wasting much time, I'll zoom straight into introducing our wonderful guests for us. So, we all know it's ladies first. So, I'll start with our beautiful madam in the person of Madam Alberta Doe Brown. Madam Alberta Doe Brown is a manager at CBC Bank. She's a chartered banker with a master's degree in business administration, finance and accounting option. She's been working in the bank. In fact, she's a typical banker. Banker. She started working in the banking industry since 2007 and rose through the ranks, starting as a teller and now being a full manager of a branch. She is a great leader, and in fact, because of her leadership skills, her branch and all the other branches under her always meet and exceed their targets. So she's coming to share with us what she knows that she does best to be able to enable her team always meet and exceed their targets. Madam, you are very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Happy.
Okay. And then the next, I'm introducing them in no particular order, though. The next is Mr. Bernard Taylor. Mr. Bernard Taylor is not new to our program at all. In fact, we love the knowledge he shared with us on our previous meeting with him. But I'll still introduce him. Mr. Taylor is a highly accomplished technology expert with over 20 years of experience in the tech industry. His extensive background spans multiple domains, including software development, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and digital transformation. In the field of data analytics and artificial intelligence, Mr. Bernard has spearheaded numerous projects that leverage machine learning algorithms and big data technologies to extract insights and create predictive models. As a digital transformation leader, Bernard has guided multiple organizations through their digital journeys, helping them adapt new technologies and integrate them into their existing workflows. Bernard is also a certified project manager and an advocate for agile methodologies, which he employs to enhance team collaboration and accelerate project delivery. With his accomplice with his comprehensive skill set, strategic mindset, and commitment to innovation, Bernard is a technology expert who excels at driving technological advancements and delivering impactful solutions for his clients and partners. Boss, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for making the time to be with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have our next speaker in the person of Mr. Isaac Morrison. Mr. Isaac Morrison, for his background, is an international trade and finance specialist, 24 years in banking both retail and international trade, chief farmer, and for his education, certificates, international trade and finance. Okay, I read already. Executive masters in business administration, University of University no executive masters in business administration, um, Bachelor of Arts from University of Ghana, attended training courses and conferences both home and abroad. This includes trade, risk and opportunity, environmental, social, and governance and imparts risk management and compliance issues, etc. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. So we'll zoom straight into our topic for today. Our topic for today is excellence in leadership. Excellence in leadership. I'll start with Mr. Morrison. Mr. Morrison, is what does excellence in leadership mean to you personally? And how have you seen it play out in your career? Hello. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Hello. Hello. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Hello. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Okay, I think. Hello.
I don't know. I think maybe he's having
Okay.
there's some issue.
Yeah, I think he's indicated he can hear. Miss. Okay. Okay. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Please, can you hear me now? Okay. I think Mr. Morrison has an issue. So, Madam Abeta, can you kindly tell me what excellence in leadership mean to you personally, and how have you seen it play out in your career? Hello. Hello. Okay. I suspect my Alberta also has a maybe she has an I think probably her network is not working very well. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a network problem. Okay. So Mr. John Dickens, can you please take that question for me? What does excellence in leadership mean to you personally, and how have you seen it play out in your career, Mr. John Dickens?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
All right. Thank you very much. And before I answer, I would like to say a big thank you for inviting me to this platform. And I must say that the panelists are very are very experienced panelists, and I went through them, and so I can assure the viewers that we are going to get some good information in here.
Thank
Now,
you.
to your question again, just for clarity, say if you could just take that ticket so that those who
Okay,
couldn't get it could get it. Yeah.
sure. Thank you. So I was asking, what leadership in excellence mean to you personally? Excellence in leadership, that is our topic for the day. Excellence in leadership. What does it mean to you personally? And how have you seen it play out in your career?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So with that, I would like to start with a quote from Ronald Reagan that says that the greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. And that's what a leader is. And I must say that personally, leadership itself, I say is an empowering issue that has to do with an individual and has to do with the kind of person the individual is. So, in my personal experience, I would say that it's about inspiring and empowering others to reach to their full potential, while maybe like um, consistently striving for growth and innovation. And by doing this, it means that you have somebody you look up to who channels those kind of energies to you. So personally, I would say that like people like Mr. Taylor and Mr. Morrison, we have a very good history, and these are people who were able to channel those growth and innovation spirit, which I was able to also tap into to also come in, play some significant role in my life, and that took me through my journey and where I find myself. I hope that it's okay with that, Valentine. Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So um okay. So Albert, are you can hear me now? Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay. I think she's trying to sort it out. Yeah. So Mr. Morrison, please, are you on now?
Yes, please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
You can hear
Okay.
me.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay. So, Mr. Morrison, I'd like to know, how do leaders play the pursuit of excellence with the everyday challenges and pressures of leadership?
Okay, so thank you very much, but I'm happy. Thank you for the question. Good evening to my co-panelists and good evening to the viewers. Um, the question is, how do leaders balance the pursuit of excellence with everyday challenges and pressures of
Pressures of
leadership?
sure.
Okay, so I would say that Um, okay, so before I even come to the question, let me say, just to add to what I said about excellence in leadership, uh, excellence in leadership is about the mindset of the individual. It's about our attitude. And also, let me also say that each and every one of us has some leadership abilities in us. But it is up to all of us to be able to unearth those leadership abilities in us. And so, for us to be able to have an excellent leader, we should be able to build a very strong team, and we should be able to grow more leaders who will live after us or who will even outgrow us as leaders. Now, to go to your question, I would like to say that to be able to do that, you need to prioritize the work, and also you need to delegate most of the work to the people. You need to empower the people. You need to let them take sense of ownership of whatever you entrust into them, and you also need to motivate them. So I would like to say that you need to delegate as a leader because you cannot do it all. And like the quotes, Echo quoted at the beginning, the leader is not a person who do it all. So you need to learn how to delegate, and also you need to also learn how to set a smart goals that are realistic, goals that are achievable. And I believe that will help you as a leader in overcoming the pressure and the challenges of this age. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm yet to introduce Mr. Dickens, Mr. John Dickens. Mr. Dickens is married with kids and also worked in the banking space for more than 15 years, including Gibbs, former Unibank, Fidelity, Standard Chartered, Barclays Bank, then Royal Bank, and now GCB as his final stop with Access Bank. Okay. He's currently pursuing MBA at Williams and Mason Business School. He loves to cook and take long drives. In fact, after the program, I'm going to apply to join you on one of your long drive.
Well,
Yeah,
you are invited. You are
thank
invited.
you. Thank you. Okay. So you're welcome once again, Mr. Dickens. Yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. So is Alberta on now? Alberta, please, can you hear me now? Oh my God. Okay. No problem. No problem. Okay. So we go to Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, please, can you share a moment from your leadership journey where you realized the importance of striving for excellence?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, fellow panelists, and then it's a joy to be part of you this evening.
Thank you.
And then good evening to my fellow research fellows on this platform. To say that okay, one of my I've been through leadership for quite a while now, and I always try to maintain some consistency everywhere I go. And just like it is that my goal is always to make sure that the team that I have, or be it whether you are in my team or not, I mean, as long as I'm part of an organization where I'm in the management, I need to make sure that we're able to turn the fortunes of the company around. For me, I always say this, and there's only one thing that I'll say. A good leader is somebody who, when he turns his back, he sees his team right behind him. I always have been somebody who has articulated for autopiloting. My team or the department I run has to be on autopilot. I don't need to be there to make sure that things work. Everybody has a sense of responsibility and a duty to perform. But all this will not come up without me showing some kind of exemplary leadership, or showing a certain character which will be in sync with just about everybody. Even the recalcitrant ones will finally come around to see what they are missing if they are not part of it. It is always very important to always share, to make sure that everybody is part of the team. With a lot of team play, I mean, everything runs so smoothly for you. I can share examples where, for example, I was working in a company in the US where I was the head of network, and we needed to integrate our network with the new buyers, those who were taking over the network. I kind of somehow knew that they had then previously been cutting staff because of the duplicacy of roles and stuff like that. I had a team not too big. I had about 12 members of our team, and we were tasked to do that. And we had challenges because those who were coming in obviously come with some uh, chip on their shoulders because they knew that they were the ones who were come to take over. But I had to make sure that we become a force to be reckoned with. So I made sure that I grouped my team. We studied whatever was on the terrain for us. We jojoed behind the scenes, and then I set off to tax. And what I did was to promise the new MD who was coming in that he should just give us a matter of 3 days and this thing should be done. And my thing is always to make sure that I I I I I don't promise too much, but then at the end of the day I will deliver. So that is what we did. I had to go spend time, sleepless nights, make sure that to motivate my team, make sure that I got all the things that they really needed. Some of them facing babysitting problems, I made sure that I put all those into control. Got my wife to take care of all the other babies that, if they didn't mind, to make sure that everybody was. And lo and behold, I mean, within 2 days, 2 hours, we were done. And I was able to save everybody's job because then the issue was that I knew for some reason that if we could not accomplish this, since there was going to be a dual IT team, the IT team from the other end will come and then take whatever we had from us. And the thing is that we had an advantage because we were more or less a bigger company, but then bigger company in terms of team members and but in finances they had the power. But then with that, we were able to make sure that I was able to save my team's spots, within the department. We formed the team, and then at the end of the day, I managed to make sure that I compensated everybody, not for anything, but then the little thing that I could do out of my own pocket as kind of motivation for them to come on. And most of them were very pleased to be part of the team. And I was, so the time that I left the company, I mean, I was, until today, I keep on getting accolades from them and, that sort of thing. And the stories are so many, especially when I even come to Ghana, it's even, I've been a living testimony for so many other things that we've done. So, I mean, not to bore you, these are some of the things from my perspective, what you can gain. One of my former MDs told me that if he comes to my department and finds me, because in IT, what you do is you might find somebody underneath the decks trying to unplug a cable or fix a cable into a jack and stuff like that. My MD always used to tell me that when he comes and I'm doing what my team does, then he doesn't think that I'm ready for leadership role. And which really made a lot of sense because then that means that you cannot do everything by yourself. You need to share, just like what Mr. Morrison said. You need to make sure that you delegate so that everybody can go through that mill, and everybody in your team should be a leader no matter what. Because in the army, there's something called the leaderless test. So within a team or within a brigade, everybody is termed as a leader. So all of us should be able to think alike and to be able to, accomplish tasks without anybody giving all unnecessary pressure on or instructions out to anybody. So when you're able to get people in tune or in the same rhythm, things will just going to work just like a jigsaw puzzle. So in a sense, this is what I can share with the team today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So my next question goes to Mr. Dickens. So what are the key qualities or traits that you believe are non-negotiable for a leader who aims for excellence? I'll take it again. I'll take it again. Mr. Dickens, what are the key qualities or traits that you believe are non-negotiable for a leader who aims for excellence?
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the question. And it's this question, I must say, everybody might have his own views, but I think that for the non-negotiable trait, I believe is that for a leader, you should have integrity. You should also have a vision. You should be resilient and also have empathy with the people you work with. And finally, in this day and age, you should be somebody who is continuously, or shall I say, ready to evolve as things are happening. You know, those some years ago, things were being done differently, where a leader was thought to be somebody who stands at the center or with the people and just instructs them about do this, do that, do this and that. But currently, in this modern age, if you are not resilient, or shall I say, you are not, you don't have a vision, and also you are not empathy about the people that you work with, because the people represent the kind of person you are. So if you are not performing well, it will reflect on how your audience or your those you supervise also, it will reflect on them. If they are not performing well, that means you are not being a good leader, and that's where a leader is. And finally, for me, I think, like I said earlier, it has to be somebody who is ready to evolve and who is willing to learn quickly, because in this modern age, things are moving very fast. We are in the modern age where the AI is almost taking over everything. And if you're a leader and you are still stuck with the paper and ledger sheets and paper, listen, you are in the wrong business. You should move around. I'll give you an example. Currently, where I find myself with my studies, we have where that instead of people coming to you instructing you, they just throw out the question there for you to go and think and come up with solutions. And in the way, they are also willing. There's nothing like a wrong answer. Whatever you say is a correct answer. And it means that they are also willing to learn how things are being done now, where, like I said, AI is taking over. My kids now take my phone and they unlock my password. How they do it, I'm still trying to find out. But like a leader, you should have empathy, and very now in this modern age, you should be willing to evolve and change to how things are happening. And with that qualities, it will reflect on the people you are supervising. In the long run, will also show the kind of leader that you are. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, um, Mr. Mr. Taylor, I'd like to ask you, what are some of the mistakes you made early in your leadership journey, and how did they contribute to your growth towards excellence? I'll take it again. What are some of the mistakes you made early in your leadership journey, and how did they contribute to your growth towards excellence? Hello. 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 Okay. I think he's having a network problem. Um Miss Alberta, please can you hear me? Today the network is not being kind to us at all. Hello. Hello, Miss Alberta. Miss Alberta, please can you hear me? Okay. I'll go back to Mr. Isaac Morrison. Mr. Morrison, please, what are some of the mistakes you made early in your leadership journey, and how did they contribute to your growth towards excellence? Hello. Hello. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Hello. Hello, Mr. Morrison. Oh, Madam Abeta. I think there's a network issue. Hello. Okay. Mr. Dickens. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Dickens. Please,
Yes.
if you can hear me. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
So, all right. So, please, I was asking that what are some of the mistakes you made early in your leadership journey, and how did they contribute to your growth toward excellence?
Wow. Well, in my in my journey, I must say I'm still on the journey. I don't think I have arrived yet because I went through people like Mr. Taylor and Mr. Morris when I was with CBG. So, but I'll say that I think sometimes I focus too much on the end result and not enough on the people I was achieving them with. Um, my previous role with my previous bank CBG, I was with per my role, I was working with a lot of people. And I do see myself that then I was, like I said, I was focused so much on the end result that I lost focus on the people that I was working with, which I thought I was achieving results, but later I realized that it wasn't really what a leader is supposed to do. Like we've already established that a leader has to be somebody who has to delegate and stuff. But I was able to identify that because I had a supervisor who was able to point out that to me early, and then I made the necessary adjustments to how I was handling issues then. And I must say that I'm still learning, so it's still a continuous process. I haven't really arrived yet, but I must say that with mistakes, you are bound to make them if you're a leader. But what really makes a leader is when you are able to identify those mistakes and work on them and to make a turnaround on what you are doing. So I'll say that I did that and I adjusted my focus and I prioritized more on the well-being of the people I was working with, which make the team much more happier and a dynamic one. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think although Miss Alberta's network is worrying her, but she still is interested in contributing. She says, in my journey, the main thing I can think of is believing at a point that everyone is like me, i.e., thinking that people will follow the rules and processes. Sometimes you leave them to do the right thing without checking. Thank you. Can you hear me now? Miss Alberta, can you hear me? Can you? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. So, my next question goes to Mr. Morrison. What advice would you give to the next generation of leaders for striving for excellence in a rapidly changing world? What advice would you give to the next generation of leaders? Next generation of leaders striving for excellence in a rapidly changing world.
Hello, can you hear me now, Happy?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear
Hello,
you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
You
very
can hear
well.
me now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The next generation, um, I think the world is evolving quickly and we must not stop learning. So the key word here is that we must keep on learning and we must also keep on building strong relationship. And technology is the way to go. So we must be willing to go technology. Each day, each time, technology is moving faster. So we need to be abreast with the movement of technology so that we will not be left behind. We also need to be more professional in our dealings with our team members and also with our customers. In fact, we need to uphold the integrity that guide us so far as business is concerned. And so this is what I would like to say. We have to be mindful of the changes in technology and go with it. We must be guided by integrity. Integrity is key. For us to survive as a society, integrity is very key. We should not be we should not allow ourselves to be deceived with monetary, enticement for us to forget about technology and then go for the money. Because our survival indeed, as a business, depends on our integrity first and foremost. And we must also be abreast with the changing trend of technology. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much. That is very true. That is very, very true. So my next question goes to Mr. Taylor. What's one leadership principle or mantra that guides you in your day-to-day efforts to lead with excellence?
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. One leadership, one mantra I don't joke with is empowerment. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't empower people for them to be able to really take advantage of the space that you occupy and for them to be able to work within a team, you're bound to fail. And just like it is that Mr. Morrison was saying, that there's one key word here, which is integrity. If you want somebody to be committed to continuous growth, and then it has to come with integrity. Without integrity, I mean, you can't. So this approach, will ensures that I'm helping my team thrive, and that they will progressing together consistently and striving for excellence. Because and I would always leave with one word, that integrity is so key, because you need to get people to stand up for who they are, for people to show consistency, and then for them to, that is one of the key principles or cardinal points within leadership. So this is what I can say in terms of a mantra that I have every time. And just like I said previously, that you need to always make sure that you have a team that is following you. Because if you need to be the head, and if you turn and there's nobody behind you, then then that means that you're working all by yourself. You don't have a leader, but you need to have people who will flow with you, will be consistent with you, and with integrity. I think you can achieve it. So this is what I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Integrity. Very true. As an HR person, anytime I'm doing having orientation or onboarding for new staff, what I drum into them is integrity. You must always go with integrity. And integrity has to do with doing the right thing, whether anybody else is watching or not. Integrity. So I don't think that way at all. Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Morrison, if you had to leave our audience with one key message about leadership excellence, what would that be?
Thank you. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when you talk about leadership excellence, it's not about being the best in every aspect, but it's about bringing the best out of the people, out of your team. And so you must endeavor to bring the best out of your team. So you must stay grounded in your values. You must be open to learning, and you must create positive impact on those that you lead. And so I would say that everybody is a leader. So it is us to ensure that we are self-aware of our leadership skills. We grow them. We set goals for ourselves and the goals for our companies. We make sure that we believe in those goals, and then with the right attitude, we will be able to achieve whatever goals we set for ourselves, and also help our organizations to achieve the goals that they set for us. Let us ensure that whatever goals, whatever visions, whatever values that our organizations stand for, we try to imbibe them and live by them. And I think that that will help all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. So we are about to go on a very short break, but before then, Madam Alberta has indicated some few ideas. She said for a leader, you have to be firm. She also stressed on integrity, and you must also be ready to learn, because all the time there are new things coming up here and there, new best practices, new everything, especially with this AI now. You can learn so many things. So, Madam better things that as a leader, you got to be firm, integrity, and ready to learn. This will also help you achieve or drive your team to have excellent um, um, results. So, we are about to go on a short break. So we are all welcome back from our very short break. Mr. Taylor, please, how do you see leadership excellence evolving in the next 10 years, especially in the face of rapid technological changes and global changes?
Okay. Within the next 10 years, just like it is, I mean, it is not, we kind of now are being able to predict what is going to happen within the next 10 years. Because if we are not careful with the advent of this big monster called AI, if we are not careful, I mean, we'll not be able to achieve a lot of success, whatever organization you are in. There's so much happening within this last decade. It's even, for some of us who are even in technology, it baffles you and it amazes you. We have this artificial intelligence. We know that we always say that it's we, the human beings, that have to make these things work. But then these things are artificial intelligence right now is this monster where, not a monster, I mean, but then I see it as a monster where if you are not careful, it becomes more intelligent than you, the human being. I mean, that is the stage that we're getting. So we always need to make sure that we we adapt and make sure that we always try to be one step ahead of the game. We were saying things like uh, there's nobody who is going to be a loser and nobody is going to be a winner. But then, if we don't, when we do that, where this is the trend that is going now, if we don't, if we don't put in regimes where you can detect or you can detect who is the winner and who is a loser, then obviously we're going to lose on leadership completely because everybody needs to strive for excellence, and in excellence there will be losers and there will be gainers. So that is how in the next 10 years we need to set our goals right. We need to be firm, we need to prioritize this, and at the end of the day, integrity will come in and play a key pivotal role in getting us to move from point A to point B as you go ahead in this whole leadership quest, and for us to be able to make sure that this world keeps on spinning on this axis just like it is, then we need to make sure that we always stay one step ahead of the game and be able to make sure that at the end of the day we're able to decide who the clear winners are and the clear losers are, and this will compel those who fall back to have that helping hand for you to be able to push them to be able to get to where they need to be. We know that in every team they cannot be, or we cannot have. Uh, Everybody in a team cannot be a leader, obviously. I mean, we can have functional leaders, but at the end of the day, there should be somebody who should be in charge, who should be able to stem the tide and make sure that we achieve the goals that we need to achieve. So, I mean, we need a lot of encouragement, and we need to make sure that we position ourselves well enough to be able to take the game to the next level. That's how I see the next 10 years to be. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. I've seen a message here from Mr. Dickens. He said, in the next decade, leaders will need to be tech savvy, but emotional intelligence and adaptability will remain paramount. Global challenges like economic uncertainty and technological disruption will require leaders to foster resilience and innovation within their team. Okay, thank you so much. So, um, I would like to find out from Mr. Dickens, looking back at your career, what are you most proud of in your journey towards leadership excellence?
Thank you very much for the question. And looking back, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So looking back, I would say that um, I'm proud of the people that I worked with. They helped in motivating me and also helped in teaching me how to be a good leader. And also I'm proud of the people that I've been also been able to mentor or help on unknowingly, who looked up to me and were also able to pick up those leadership qualities. And also I'm proud of the culture of trust and the support that I was able to develop with the people that I worked with, seeing that some were able to thrive and grow through my mentorship, or should I say my own unknowing mentorship to them. And also also those I also looked up to during my career, learning from them. I have very beautiful and wonderful supervisors who were willing to teach. Some might start might be difficult, but I would say that every individual is different, but the most important thing is being able to get the import of what they are trying to give to you, and that is what really makes you a good leader, or is able to help you also leave traits for people to also follow, to also learn those leadership qualities. So I hope that suffices. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Ms. Alberta has written here, looking back at my career, the positive impact I have made on people makes me proud. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. So, I want to read a few comments from our viewers. In God we trust says a leader must be ready to learn for a better leadership. Thanks, Alberta. He said, integrity is key as a leader. Thank you, Isaac. John, that is true. Your leadership style reflects on your followers. Eja, that's true. Your leadership style reflects on your followers. And the next is from Eja Ano. It says setting realistic and achievable goals. Setting realistic and achievable goals. Yeah. Okay. All too soon. Our time is up. So on behalf of Global Leadership Group, I say a very big thank you to our viewers for making time to listen to us and learn from our creme de la creme guest speakers for the show. And our guest speakers for the show, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough. But we are so grateful for you making time out of your very busy schedules to be able to spend one solid hour giving us a lot of knowledge, a lot of guidance to help us grow and become better leaders like you. Thank you so much. So, our viewers, until next month, thank you so much, and it's goodbye from Global Leadership Group. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a good
Thank you,
evening.
Mr. Taylor. Mr. Morrison,
Hi.
thank you. Alberta.
Hi, Dickens.
Greetings.
Yeah. Bye.
Happy. Thank you very much for this
Thank
opportunity.
you too.
Oh,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Mr. Taylor, Mr. Morrison, I'll be in touch.
Me too. I'll be
I'll
in
wait for
touch.
your
They're
call.
right. They're right. I'll
Yeah.
come.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll take a very long drive.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, bye-bye.